way to the bank.
Jeremy the Geek here. Today is October 9th. We are getting closer and closer to Halloween, which is my favorite time of year. Everywhere you go, there's spooky stuff, there's pumpkins, there's skeletons. It's a wonderful, wonderful time of year. This time last year, I was gearing up to go out to LA for the Halloween 40th anniversary convention that was in Pasadena, held by Horror Hound magazine, run by my friend Nathan. Amazing event. Got to hang out with a lot of cool friends from the horror community. Got to hang out with my best friend Devin. It was absolutely amazing. We got to go to Halloween locations, interact with stars from that span the entire Halloween franchise. It was awesome. But today I'm here to talk about a new Halloween film that's being filmed right now. It's actually being filmed 5 hours away from me. So every day I'm kind of like, should I just get in my car and drive to Wilmington, North Carolina, and try to find the set? I've heard it's very easy to find because Wilmington's small. Every day that's a struggle. My buddy Chris, he was on vacation in North Carolina, and he said, "You know what? Let me stop by." And he went and he found the filming location, and he said, "Dude, it's perfect. It's literally Haddonfield. It feels like the first film. It also has a little bit of the 4 and 5 vibe to it with the decorations and stuff." He said it was amazing. So they're filming Halloween Kills right now. That's exciting. It's a exciting time to be a Halloween fan, especially if you're a fan of A Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Both of those franchises are having legal issues right now over the rights ownership. So we've had nothing new from Friday the 13th since 2009. We've had nothing new from A Nightmare on Elm Street since 2010. So we're going on, a long time from those franchises not having any new product for us fans. No new films. Sad, but hey, we're getting more Michael Myers, which is always super amazing. Michael and Freddy are always kind of like this for me. They kind of teeter-totter. Freddy got me into horror, so that's my homeboy, Freddy Krueger. But Michael has always been consistently scary without the puns. We won't talk about Busta Rhymes. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Anyways, they're filming Halloween Kills right now. They're pulling out all the stops with this casting. I mean, of course, they've got Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode. They've got Kyle Richards returning from retirement from acting to reprise the role that she played in the original 1978 Halloween as Lindsay Wallace. So Kyle Richards is back. That's insane. Charles Cyphers is back as Lee Brackett, which the last time we saw him in a Halloween film was 1981's Halloween 2. So mind blown. That's the one good thing about this timeline, is they can bring back some of these original actors, and it's not this happened in this film, this happened in this film. So continuing on is Nurse Marion, portrayed by Nancy Stevens. She's coming back. We last saw her in 1998's Halloween H2O, where she met her demise via Michael Myers, but that timeline has been erased. It didn't happen in this new universe, so Nurse Marion is back, which is cool because obviously we don't have Donald Pleasance around anymore, so Nurse Marion is the closest thing to the Dr. Loomis role that we can have back into the franchise. So there's been a couple behind-the-scenes pictures that have been released recently. We have a beaten-up, battered Laurie Strode after the events of Halloween 2018. So she's, showed a behind-the-scenes picture where she's got some battle scars. There was a picture of Lee Brackett that got leaked today. Charles Cyphers in full character. It was pretty awesome to see him in the cop uniform with his name badge Brackett. Definitely pulled on my heartstrings a little bit because Halloween, man, my all-time favorite film. I make no qualms about that. My all-time favorite film. So these people coming back to the franchise is very exciting for us fans. Super bummed that Brian Andrews was not brought back into the fold. He played Tommy Doyle in Halloween 1 and for a brief moment in Halloween 2 from 1981. So it would have been really cool to have an all-out reunion, you know, because you got Lindsay Wallace back, you got Kyle Richards back. It would have been cool to have Brian Andrews back as well. They cast Anthony Michael Hall instead from Breakfast Club and among other things, The Dark Knight. So that's cool. That's good casting. I think the Blumhouse cast that perfectly. We don't know how big the Tommy Doyle role is. Would have been cool to see Paul Rudd come back, but that would have just confused and angered fans, I think. Like, whoa, H6 didn't happen now, but he's coming back to the role. So I think Anthony Michael Hall is a great addition as Tommy Doyle, but Brian Andrews would have been the ultimate. So maybe a misstep from Blumhouse. Who knows? I don't know. That's business, I guess. That's show business. But I'm excited at the prospect of a new amazing Halloween film. I mean, they're like I said, they're pulling out all the stops, but the casting is just, it's ridiculous. Every day you're finding out about a new Halloween cast member that was from the original franchise that's coming back to reprise a role in the new one. So that's super exciting. You know, I've read a potential plot synopsis for this new film that I'm kind of torn on a little bit. You know, so the thing that I'm not really digging, like, first of all, I love you, Blumhouse. You know, I liked Halloween 2018. It was fine. It was the best Halloween movie that we've gotten since Halloween H2O. I will say that. But here's the deal. If you're going to wipe a timeline away and say, listen, Halloween 2 through the Rob Zombie films, whatever, they never happened. We're only following the original. Then I would have preferred if they kind of just stuck to that. Like, you know, there's been some behind the scenes pictures of Haddonfield Memorial Hospital that have made their rounds on the internet. For me, it's like, you know, you want me to forget about the movies that already existed prior to this new timeline, but yet you keep throwing things in my face from those films that you want me to forget about. So as a fan, I'm like, you know, if you're gonna erase those movies from existence for this new timeline, like, don't bring me back to Haddonfield Memorial, which was in Halloween 2, which you want us to forget about. You know? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm excited. You know, it's apparently the synopsis is basically 1 year after the events of the last film, Michael Myers returns to Haddonfield at the same time that Laurie Strode happens to return to Haddonfield, and in cues Michael Myers pursuing Laurie Strode again. Not sure why he's pursuing her again, considering in this new timeline they're not related and he has no real motive to go after her, but I'm sure that Blumhouse has found a way to kind of sum that up. But anytime that I can get Michael Myers on the big screen, I'm going to take it. I'm going to be there opening night, and I'm going to hope for the best. As a Halloween fan and aficionado, for me, the Halloween franchise is 1978 Halloween, 1981 Halloween 2, and 1998's Halloween H2O. That, to me, is the franchise. The sister trilogy is the franchise to me. I love those. I like to watch them all back to back to back. It's one complete story. I love it. At the end of H2O, when Laurie decapitates Michael, to me, that was really Michael, and she really decapitated him, and she took back all the power that she gave him over the years of being mentally tormented by his memory. Boom, she chops off Michael Myers' head. End of the story. I like Halloween 4, 5, and 6. I think they're great. The Thorn trilogy is really fun. I don't even speak about Resurrection. That doesn't exist. Sorry, Rick Rosenthal, I love you, but that film was a mixed bag of ballsack. Not for me. Rob Zombie's Halloween, Halloween 2. If you look at those as just a slasher film, they're amazing. They're amazing films. It's amazing slashers. Rob Zombie made a really brutal, gritty 2 slasher films that I love. You just can't compare them to the source material because he made it his own, his complete own thing. And once I kind of wrapped my head around that and I was no longer kind of comparing it to, well, John Carpenter's this, well, you know, in Halloween they did this, or why did they switch this character around? And if you can get past that and look at it as its own thing, I think it's amazing. I love both of those films, but obviously if I'm going to sit down and watch a Halloween movie, a lot of times I'm going to go back to the original canon. I'm not going to pop on a Rob Zombie one, but at least once a year I'm like, yo, I'm about to watch these Rob Zombie movies. I dig it. And then we got Halloween 2018. I liked it. It brought back a lot of the feelings that the original franchise gave to me, but I don't think I loved it. There were some things I did love about it, but as a whole, I don't think I loved it. Maybe this next film is going to make Halloween 2018 a little more relevant for me as far as how much I love it. Who knows? But I am excited for Halloween Kills and then Halloween Ends. I will say this, Blumhouse, please don't kill Laurie Strode off in Halloween Ends. I don't think that's going to make anybody happy, and I don't think anybody's going to go, oh, well, I'm glad they killed Laurie off. If you brought her back after we thought Jamie Lee was done with it, at least give her a bookend of the story where she can finally find some happiness without Michael Myers killing her in some stupid fashion, a la Halloween Resurrection. So, Jeremy the Geek, super excited about Halloween Kills, which is filming now. Check it out for more updates.
All the way to the bank.